All right, so I'm sharing a story with an experience I had with my mentor. So the younger brother came to him, telling him about opportunities that are there in some real estate that came up. So he has started mentoring me already. So I've started doing some business. Now, you can imagine a man that when I was coming to him, he was really trying to understand who I am and what I wanted. Okay. And I came to him as at a time when things were very rough for me. And my family, of course, my kind of family I came from, once you are done with your degree, you are done. They are done with you. You are okay now. Okay, especially the guys. Okay. And then, so things were very rough for me. I lost my first business. Okay. So it was very bad. Sincerely, it was very bad. And then to all these investments, something. I didn't know much at age of 21. So I came to him because I know he's very connected with Peter Obi, which at that time was the chairman of Fidelity Bank. Okay. So chairman board of directors. So I know he was connected and with other politicians. So he does jobs for them. He was one building Fidelity Bank in most of the eastern states. I wanted him to, being an ICT person, I wanted him to help me to get a high-paying job. That was what I wanted. Okay, so he was slowing me down, and I told myself, you are the one that wants something from this man. Just be patient. So I was very patient. So one of the days he called on me and said, "No, so do you want me to advise you?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Daddy, yeah." He said, "No, so forget about the paid job now. Any paid job you're going to get right now is where you're going to get mentored to become more of an entrepreneur. So you want to have a wonderful life in Nigeria, you must have an entrepreneur's mindset, even if you pick up a job. Right now, your attitude when it comes to picking up a job is just to make some money. You're not going to succeed. Once you get in there, it's going to be a rat race. You have to get in there with an entrepreneur's mentality so that if you're not seeing that, get out. Things are not so bad for you right now that a young man like you should just go and tie yourself down to work in a bank. You are so smart. You are smarter than just going to the bank to work and be counting money. There's a whole lot you can do with your skills. Just relax. So over the months, I started some businesses. So I saved up some money. And then the brother came along and then talking about buying a property. So see what happened here. I asked him a question. I said, "Daddy, I want to invest in a property." And he looked at me and he laughed. He said, "No, so it's not yet time." I think property at that time, the property was about either 400,000 or the other about that. I'm thinking about 2006, 2007. So a property of 400,000 is quite very expensive. For such properties right now, should be going for about 15 million, 20 million. I'm telling you. So he told me, "No, so it's not yet time." I said, "Daddy, I've always sit down around with you, hear you talk about how this property you bought so time appreciated so much, and now is in millions and that. Don't you think so?" This one, he said, "No, so this property will surely appreciate. But understand something. Two things." He taught me. He said, "See, there will always be a cheap property every day, any day, anytime." He said, "In the next 10 years, there will not be cheap properties that you can stay by and invest in." He said, "No, so you should focus more right now in generating incomes. Focus more on generating income. You must increase your earning capacity." I said, "Daddy, explain more." He said, "Think about investing in your business. You need to think about expanding on your business." Right now, as at that time, I closed down my office, so I wasn't really running. So I was like, when I say self-employed, but like a private contractor, in ICT. People call me and I deploy enterprise networks for them. I service internet networks for people, for some organizations in Anambra State at that time, SSS, and then some banks, and then some other people that have the contracts that can call me. I will do the networking, all those stuff, the wirings. That's my area of specialization. Anyway, that's not what I studied in university, but that's what I enjoy doing, and I acquired the skills. So he said, also, you need to think about establishing an office again. You need to think about organizing yourself. You need to think about employing people, training people. You need to think about building something. You need to build something. Work is about building something. You need to build a system that can bring in money for you. And then I had to take on the journey. He said, "Hey, it's not going to be easy. He said, when you build a business and the business grows to the point where it's giving you in millions every single month, then start investing in properties anyhow, as you wish. I felt a little bit disappointed, seriously. And he sensed it, that I was a bit disappointed. So one of the days he called on me again. He said, sit down. And I said, choose any of these two. You bought a property today, worth 1 million naira. And then after 7 years, the property grew from 1 million naira to 7 million naira. He asked me, is it a wonderful investment? I said, yes. How many of you believe it's a wonderful investment? Let me see wave your hand. 1 million after 7 years, 7 million, that's 7x. That's a wonderful investment. Wonderful investment, I'm telling you. So I told him it's wonderful. I told him, sir, in fact, if I have the privilege, I'm going to do this. Just excuse me, please. I said, sir, where is the opportunity? He said, no, so calm down. He said, then look at this second option. Someone else takes the 1 million naira and invests into a business to expand on his business. Not only that he's starting a new business, he expands on his business. And after 7 years, the business grows to the point where he can make 2 million naira every month. He asked me, which one would you choose? To have a business that can give you 2 million naira every month after 7 to 10 years, or choosing to just buy the property with 1 million naira and having it appreciates to 7 million after 7 years to 10 years. Which one would you choose? So let me ask us here, which one would you choose? Would you choose to invest the 1 million in your business to earn 2? So let's do this one. Let's take a statistics of our responses. All right. Now, option A is buy a property, have it become 7 million after 7 to 10 years. Option B is invest the 1 million naira in a business, in your business, and after 7 years to 10 years, you are able to generate 1 million to 2 million naira every month as a net profit. Option A is the property. Option B is the business. Which one would you choose? Let's go. Let's take this. Let's take the statistics now. Option A or option B? Which one would you send it to me on chat? Let me see your responses. Option A or option B? Mr. Churchill, I know you choose option B. You're a businessman now. Daddy Morgan says option B. Mr. Emmanuel Oboche says option B. Gabriel Biodun says option B. Yes, King Yuzuka says, all of you will say option B, option B. But hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. Option B comes with a risk. Option A has no risk. Now, I'm showing you why people become wealthy. Because many a times, I've seen a lot of people that use buying a property. They don't even know that their drive to buying a property is just to suppress their inadequacy and their undisciplined life to staying true building a business. So anyone that enters the house, I'm buying the property, I'm buying the property. Let me tell you, listen to me. I love the way Mr. Churchill, Mr. Churchill says, no risk, no success. Exactly. I'm gonna share with you, even in here in this training, some of my success stories and my failures I've had in the past, challenges I've had in the past. Seriously. So everybody's choosing option B, option B, option B, but it comes with a risk. Are you ready to risk it? Because there's no guarantee that the business will succeed. Government policies can shatter that business. Only government policies. I'm running a business that is a policy that came up with an advertising policy that came up, and it grounded almost five of five states where my business was operating. Can you imagine that? You have about 7 states where your business functions, and 5 didn't work for 1 full year. Can you survive it? How many of you understand how difficult that can be? Let me tell you, my income was shaking. It shook to the roots last year. Hey, how many of you can survive it? And I didn't lose anybody in my company, in my office. Some people were telling me, if I were you, I would have given up. And I was laughing. I said, that is the life of an entrepreneur. That's the life of an entrepreneur. I have to see myself making money. Most of the money I made from my AIM Global, I have to, this our business. That's why this our business is so beautiful. So sweet. I'm not paying rents. I'm not doing quite a lot compared to other businesses. I have to take my money from my pocket, from my AIM Global business, and I was putting it in paying for rents, paying allowances. Trust me, it wasn't funny. Everybody will choose option B, to have a business that pays them 1 million every month, because no brainer. After 7 years, after 7 months, I can actually take the money and then buy the property of 7 million. When you buy a property of 7 million, trust me, the guy that has that property, all he has got is the 7 million. And that 7 million, from the day he collects that money starts depreciating. I don't want to have any cash with me here. I don't have a cash with me here. If you bring out cash, money, the money you have in your hands circulates. You're not the only one that touched that money. Thousands of persons must have touched the same money. But now it's with you. And anytime the money, and when the money came to you and it's now with you, you are the one that has the power to decide what that money does, what it can do at that time. So what does rich people do? They know how to stack the money and push it out. What does fools do? Ignorant people, what do? They know how to stash the money and give it to the banks, where the money gets being depreciated. And when you give the money to the banks give it out. What does the bank do with your money? They invest your money. Banks doesn't keep your money. The bank is a safe place to keep your money. Don't be a dumb person. Don't be dumb. Don't be a dumb. Bank doesn't keep money for you. They lend your money out. They invest your money in businesses. That's what they're doing. They have other businesses they are running. So the earlier you start learning how to accumulate, earn from different places, and then how to invest, the earlier the better. That's how to become wealthy. Building a financial world around yourself. So I am sharing with us what I did. I looked at the progression of my life financially. Yeah, to an average person in Nigeria, it's okay. But I looked at, by the time I'm 50 years, in the next 13 years, those of you that are 40, 50, 60, you can start telling yourself by the time you're 70. Okay, I always have what I call a long-term goal. And the least number of years I have in my long-term goal is always 15 years, 13 years. So, and I looked at my life and I saw the progression. I said, no. I think I've got into what I call investment trap. I'm no longer thinking about how to grow my income. I'm not thinking so much about that anymore. I'm not becoming more security conscious, and I think I'm too young for that. Even though there are certain level of risk I won't be taking anymore. What am I doing this morning? I'm trying to teach you how rich people think, because I study them. I have them as mentors. So I said, no, I've become, an investment savvy, someone that can, I look for properties. Every year I'm investing in properties. Yes. Now, I looked at my income. There are some properties I wanted to buy last year. I had to save the money for 2 months, 3 months to buy it. And then it not just dawned on me that there are some properties I will see that will be worth 20 million naira, and it may take me like 7 months to 1 year to save the money. I say, no. That's not a good life. That's not a good life. So one of my strategies in the next 13 to 15 years, in as much I'm going to keep investing, I buy a lot of shares from foreign companies. Apple, I own lots of Apple shares, Microsoft, MicroStrategy, Google. I own a lot of shares. Seriously, I buy shares a lot. Maybe one of the days I'm going to teach us how to do these things on our own. I'm telling you, I have my CSCS number, here, and I have technology apps I use in buying shares. Yeah, I'm telling you, and it's so beautiful. Every month, $50, $100 worth of shares. Trust me, over the years, if you see how much wealth you've accumulated. I also buy index funds like S&P 500, NASDAQ equity, Russell 1000, and the rest of them, just for, and sometimes some foreign bonds. I don't invest in Nigerian shares much. Since I'll tell you the truth, I don't, because I don't understand how they function. Yes, I don't. And they are not very transparent with their financials. I think that's a better word. They are not very transparent with their financials, and then government policies in Nigeria is very, very unstable. One single government can come up and destroy a company. One single government will come up with a policy and will end the company. Their shares will turn to zero. That's why foreigners don't invest in Nigeria. A lot of them don't invest in Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. So maybe one of the days I'm going to teach us how to do that. So what I decided to do is to invest more in generating what? Income. So one of the things I'm doing right now, I told myself in the next 15 years, I want to be able to, if there is a property or there's an investment that is worth 100 million, I should be able to do what? To have the capacity to buy that property or to invest in that business. There are mega businesses. So you see a company right now that is ready to be bought over. I'm telling you, and just to have a 10% stake in that company, the company will be worth 1 billion. To have a 10% stake in that company, wonderful opportunity is just to provide 100 million. Jesus. And guess what? Not in property, cash. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. How many of you have been here, have been there sometimes where you wanted to buy a car, and then all of a sudden, somebody comes up with a car you wanted. Maybe the car is worth 5 million, and the person says, see, I just bought this car. I just felt like I don't need it again, but I need just 1 million naira. And the 1 million naira being asked of you, you don't even have it. And you started regretting. How many of you, it has happened to you? It has happened to you. Let me see with your hand. Let me see with your hand. Am I speaking to human beings here? Am I speaking to ghosts? Who are the people I'm speaking to? I'm speaking to great men and women here, please. How many of you have experienced being in a place where you saw something you wanted, but because you don't have cash, properties, extremely cheap properties, they are selling 20 million, and somebody is at the dying moment, maybe they want to conduct an operation you don't even know, and they are ready to sell a property of 20 million. This is a property you can flip even for 50 million and make a lot of money, and they are ready to sell it for 7 to 10 million, but you don't have the 7 to 10 million. How many of you have seen such opportunities before? That's what I'm talking about. So I told myself, I'm going to focus on generating income. That's why I'm not joking with my AIM Global business this year. Not at all. I discussed with my family, and everybody was like getting so scared. They were like, oh, and also, Noni, take it easy. Take it. I said, no, it's not about taking it easy. I said, I'm going back to when I used to be, 25 years to my 30 years, when I was very rugged. I said, I'm going to go rugged this time. I'm not going to sit in one place. I am going to, now I'm wiser. But see that energy, I need to bring back that energy. Now I'm wiser. Now I'm smarter. I've learned quite a lot about building a business. But this is the time I need to expand. For me to dominate, I need to feel the earth. I think there's a way my Moron puts it. Mr. Daniel, please come. You're the one that will help me with this. Okay? When God created man, what did God tell man to do? He said, increase. Multiply. I said, be fruitful. First of all, you have to be fruitful. The second one, you have to do what? Increase. There's multiply. You have to multiply. Then you have to replenish. That's how you do what? You dominate. If you don't know how to increase and multiply your earnings, you cannot dominate a territory. So all this sitting down, building a business only in one city is nonsense. I'm going to be building teams in every major city in Nigeria. I used to do it. I'm going to be building my teams in Port Harcourt, as in heavily, both physically and online. I'm going to be building my teams in Abuja, physically and online. I'm going to build my team in Lagos, physically and online. I'm going to build my team in Plateau State, in Anambra, in Enugu. I am going to do it. I saw myself build teams in over 9 states in 1 year. 9 solid states in 1 year. 2017, Plateau State, Bauchi State, Mina, Kaduna State, Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Ilorin, Kwara State. Yes, I did Ilorin. Kogi State. 9 states in 1 year. That's what it means to dominate. What has happened to that spirit? I've gotten into what I call the management mode. I am now managing. No. If there is something you must do for yourself in order to build wealth, you must learn to expand. Can someone type for me here on the chat saying expand quickly? Type for me on the chat. Let me know you're following. Type expand. You must learn to do what? Expand. But I'm going to teach you what you need to learn first before you think of expanding. Okay, don't run off and say, oh, Mr. Noso said expand. I will teach you what to do first before you start what? Expanding. Expansion means to multiply. Are you hearing me? To multiply. Replenishing means to learn to distribute and control. Okay? Expand. Now, expansion is beautiful. But before you expand, that's to multiply, you must learn to be fruitful. Another word for fruitfulness is called productive. You must learn to be productive with what you have. If you are not able to sponsor somebody into the business, if you have not built the skills, you've developed the skills, you haven't developed the skills required for you to become successful. The prospecting, you are still scared of prospecting. You are still scared of inviting people. You are not yet disciplined when it comes to how many persons you must prospect to every day and every week. You are not yet disciplined on how many persons you must invite. You are not yet dealt with the fear of rejection. You are not talking to anyone. You can't sit people one-on-one and share the business with them, playing our recorded video and closing on them and getting to pay. You've not conquered that fear. When you look people in the eyes, you are shy. I am sorry. Don't think about expansion. Don't think about multiplying, because that will kill you. It happened to me. I haven't learned about managing my financials very well in my company. There's a company I built, and God really blessed me, and I started expanding quickly. I expanded too quickly. I tried multiplying too quickly. And in 2 years, I lost almost 7 million naira. Many of you must have heard the story before. The first major loss I had in my life, I was 4.2 million. What happened to me? No research. Oh, I heard that internet services are giving money, so I went and invested in giving wireless services, and then I lost 4.2 million. I will just end there for that. I've learned my lessons. You must learn to do a demographic study and learn to test a ground and then gradually invest. Don't just carry all your money, boom, and invest into something. You lose a lot of money. When I came out from that loss of 4.2 million, it was a shock to me. I had to grow. The first loss I had was, of course, I told you when I was defrauded. That was about 1.3 million. The second one was 4.2 million. This one was no fraud. It was business loss. I lost businesses. So I closed down that department of my company and I started building again. And by God's special grace, I started expanding instead of sitting down to dominate a territory. Some of you are in Abuja. Before you start thinking about going to Lagos, have you dominated Abuja? Have you built a structure and a system that makes business productive for you in Abuja? And you are thinking about Port Harcourt, you are thinking about Lagos, you will lose money. That was what happened to me. I started making some money in Anambra State. Oh, I had 3 branches, and all of a sudden, boom, I started expanding too quickly. I expanded to Ilorin Kwara State. I expanded to Akwa Ibom State. I expanded to Mina. I expanded to Imo State. When recession hit me, because I have my money scattered so much, I didn't have enough financial muscle. I didn't have enough muscle for me to withstand the impact of inflation. That was, what's it called? Recession. That was 2016 recession. It hits me hard. I couldn't pay my rents anymore. I couldn't buy goods to stock up my shops anymore. What did I do? I had to close down all the branches and remaining just only one branch in Anambra. I have to pack up everything and started building from there up. Life was so difficult for me. When I mean difficult, some of you will not understand. It was very, very difficult. Thank God for this, our business, that enabled me to earn 15 million in 2017. And then I started having a breather and I started investing back into my business and I started growing again. Now I'm expanding. Listen, Before you think about expansion, multiplying, think about first productivity. Are you productive right now? Now, the secret to productivity is discipline, to learning the act of building your business. Every business has secrets. Every business has skills required to make them successful. In our own, it is prospecting, it's inviting, it is presenting, it is closing and following up. Are you doing these things every day? Are you doing it weekly? Come on. People come into your, come to trainings, and then attend our live meetings, they watch your recorded videos. You don't have the discipline even to harvest. I always say this: when you have people that attend our live business meetings or watch our recorded videos, and you don't have the discipline to call them and close on them and demand for instant payment or to follow them up, you are like a man, like a son that sleeps in harvest time. The Bible says that shameful is the son that sleeps in harvest. It's a shameful thing to sleep in harvest. You just planted the seeds. Prospecting and inviting is planting the seeds. Business presentation is planting the seeds. How do you harvest your seeds? How do you harvest the fruits? Closing and follow up. And then you become lazy about it. The Bible says that it's shameful. It's a shameful thing. Yeah, it's a shameful thing. God is ashamed. I'm ashamed too. So when someone attends our live business meeting or someone watches our recorded video, it's your responsibility to harvest them. Harvesting means what? Closing and following up. So before you think about expansion, ask yourself, am I productive where I am right now? Am I productive? Do you know what it means to have offices? If I should calculate my rent, I pay in most states. Trust me, some of you here is more than times 10 of your salary in a year. Do you know what it takes to have an office? Just the rent and the salary alone is about 2.5 million. How would you generate 2.5 million from that center? Think about that first. Are you productive? If you are not productive, trust me, locations, cities can only amplify what you've got. I understand that. There are places where you are that, hey, you may not have the people that have the money so much there, or what, but there must be an evidence of productivity. So you see a lot of people that tell you, if I go to America, I will make it. It's a lie. If you are lazy in Nigeria, you go to America, you become lazy. You will not make it in America. Do you know the reason why some people, when they get to America or UK or whatever, it seems as if they succeeded, they went there and changed. When they were in Nigeria, they can't go and wash a car to get paid. They are doing big boys and big girls. When they were in Nigeria, they can't do some jobs because they are playing big boy and then big girls. When they go to America and find out, hey, that thing you're looking for, you can get it without bending down. You see some of them, they start acting like waiters. They start working like a waiter. Yes. Yeah, they start working a salesman job in a supermarket. You see a full-grown man, he'll be there collecting money. In Nigeria, he wouldn't want to work in a supermarket where he's collecting money. But in America, he will want to work there. Trust me. If you cannot make it in Nigeria, if you go to America, some of you here, you know me very well, so I'm not the type that gets tricked by going to America or going to Canada or going to UK or Europe or whatever. All those things doesn't make any sense to me. I convert my money in dollars and I make more money than an average American being in Nigeria. So if you cannot be productive, but if you can be productive here, trust me, when you go to America, you become more productive. You know why? Because I won't lie to you, business environment is different both in Nigeria and in America. Trust me. You know, if you don't have the mental toughness to build a business, if you can have the mental toughness to build a business in Nigeria, trust me, you will succeed in America. Succeed in America. I know what I'm saying. Very, very well. Or UK, very well. Most countries, you will succeed. But see that discipline to be productive. If you don't have it in you, you don't get them, you don't get them. Expansion. If God blesses you, there's something I call blessing, favor. When God blesses you, gives you a miracle, don't be stupid. Life is meant to be lived by principles, not miracles. So when God throws some things to you, millions, don't be stupid. Ask yourself, Do I have the capacity to produce or reproduce this money? When the answer is no, take that money and put in a safe investment. Not Ponzi scheme, safe investment. You can call me. Okay, I won't charge you. I will give you free advice on what to do with your money. Okay, safe investment. Then start thinking. Okay, how much of it can I put into my business and expand? That's the reason why most people that won, you win. How many of you noticed that most people that collected that you win money, when they were doing you win, 7 million, 10 million, 99% of them wasted all the money. They didn't do anything. They lost the money. How many of you noticed it? Let me see wave your hand if you noticed it. Let me see wave your hand if you noticed it. Most of them lost the money. Most of them lost the money. How many of you here, you know people that they gave that money to and right now, we're even richer than them? How many of you? Let me see wave your hand if you have someone you know. If you have someone you know, let me see wave your hand. I think I will need to go off on video. Some of you, most of you, I can't have a training where there are 18 persons and nobody's on video. I will go off on video now. Let's also enjoy having trainings without seeing my face. I think that would be wonderful. No, let me go off on video. Let's know whether it's sweet. All of us, we can go off on video. Let's be talking. No. I'm going to start doing this. Once I come in, nobody's on video, I will go off on video. Let's see how sweet it can be. Okay? You think it's sweet to be doing training and you're just watching your screen. Nobody's smiling. You're not seeing anyone. No, let me go off on video too. I'm provoked now. I beg. It's too expensive to be provoked this morning, John. You know, go spoil my mood. I need to make good money today. Who provoking help? Do you know many things I plan to do today that you come and provoke me? You know, provoke me, John. So many of them lost the money. Do you know why? They don't have the capacity to manage that money. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel Obeche, Mama Scholar, Daddy Morgan, Mr. Gabriel, Mr. Aziz Biodun. Thank you so much being on video. I can see Funke coming, connecting. Hey, now you are talking. Now you guys come now. Now you are coming. Ah, that's nice. All right, so listen to me. You must start being productive first before you start thinking of expansion. What are you expanding on? You are expanding of lack of productivity. I hear what I'm saying. Conquer those fears. Tell yourself this month of January, every fear that I've got in me about this business, I'm going to conquer it. And yesterday we discussed about the greatest fear. The greatest fear is what gives you the greatest income. What's the greatest fear? It's not calling someone on phone and inviting them for a meeting. Everybody can do that. What's the greatest fear? It's not telling someone, can you watch this video for me? That's not the greatest fear. Yes. Should I tell you what is the greatest fear? Calling someone that attended the business meeting and telling the person, my dear, pay right now. Looking the person in the eye, telling the person, you are going to succeed. Trust me on this. That's it. You are scared of telling someone, trust me, you will succeed. Trust me, I'm going to work with you until you succeed. You are scared. And that is the skill that pays you more. Confidence and courage. The hardest thing is to book an appointment with someone and sit down with the person one-on-one. Can you just give me 1 hour of your time? We saw it yesterday. Many persons will not honor your invitation to come to Zoom meetings. Many persons will not honor the invitation to watch the recorded video. But guess what? Tell them right now, I want to hang out with you. Can you just give me an hour with you? Let's just spend some time and have some chat over some things. Come on, they're going to give you the time. You are scared of calling them, but you're not scared of hanging out. You're not scared of going for social functions where you can laugh and talk about football and fashion, about family, about politics, and talk about the church, talk about pastors, talk about everybody, but you don't want to talk about your business. That's the hardest thing to do, and that's what pays you the most. Conquer that fear today. Become productive. Then you can expand. This year, we're going to become productive, more productive, and then we'll be expanding. Some of us, by the time, some of us have been very productive where we are, states where we are functioning. Now is the time to step out of your comfort zone. You're going to get into environments you don't know. So how do you do this? You get into a state you don't know anyone, and you build a team. How do you do this? How many of you love such a scale? How many of you love such a scale? Let me see with your hand. You go into a state you know no one. I'm expanding into Kano State now. Who do I know there? No one. But I'm going to build a team in Kano State this year. Come on. Come on. Going into an environment, into a place where you know no one. Having the confidence and the courage to take our letter-headed paper and then writing a letter to train an organization. Pick up the pen. You write a letter, type it, submit to the bank. See, all the banks, they always have 10, 15 minutes, some days of the week, you can come and deliver lectures to them. Capacity building. Yes, you write, we have samples of those letters. Submit it to organizations, to business, to companies. Tell them you just want to have a chat. There's no place I haven't had trainings. I've had trainings in the banks, military institutions like the army barracks. I've had trainings in army barracks. I've had trainings for the police. I've had trainings with the road safety, civil defense, prison warders. Yes. I've trainings there. Write a letter, submit it. Get into an environment where you are not used to and deliver. That's what we're talking. That is the hardest thing to do. You want to make more money. You want to be among those drinking of the milk of this business and this industry. Conquer that fear. Tell yourself, I'm going to become more productive. I'm going to sharpen my skills. I'm going to become more productive. I'm going to become more confident. I'm going to become more courageous. And the only way that comes is through action. You don't become courageous by listening to Engineer Alonso. If you're done listening to me right now and you do not take action on what I'm teaching you, I'm sorry, your confidence just got down a little bit lower. You didn't hear me. If after hearing what I'm showing you, what I'm teaching you, and you do nothing with it, your confidence and your courage got a little bit dampened. Come on. Act on what I'm showing you. Act on what I'm teaching you. Step out of your comfort zone. Nobody will swallow you. Write that letter. Submit that letter. I had a man I mentored those days in Gombe State. I saw that man print more than 40 letters. Every single parastatal, every single organization in Gombe State, he was submitting letters. He was, for months, for weeks, sorry, he was submitting letters. A time came when it started raining. Opportunities started coming. He was being called up. He will go, sometimes he'll be having clashes. Okay, we want you to come. Okay, we want you to come. And this man teams exploded. In every organization, he was having literally 2 to 3 persons that would really join his business. And sometimes he will just book an appointment with all of them in that place, and he will go there and give them some trainings and then come back. His business started what? Dominating. In order to dominate, you must learn first how to be fruitful. Fruitfulness means what? Productivity. You must be productive. Yes. Then you can expand. Then you can expand. If you're called upon today to speak to 10,000 persons about your business, can you imagine such opportunity? Can you do it? Can you do it? Don't tell me, so I can't speak English like you. Let me tell you, I'm in the north here. Everybody working for me here, they all speak Hausa. All. I have a brother here, Igbo man. He's an Igbo man. You've heard me call him Mr. Daniel. He speaks Hausa. If you guys here, if I can call them here now, if you see me, they're making phone call in Hausa, you will run. What do you think I'm doing? You can't speak Hausa. Some of you here, you can speak Yoruba very well. When you get there, don't be speaking grammar for them. Not the Yoruba. That's what they need. Yes, the language. People are not buying English. People don't buy English. They are not buying Yoruba. They are not buying Igbo. They are not buying language. What they are buying is your confidence. You will see an Igbo man hear you speaking Hausa. The level of courage and confidence with which you are talking, he doesn't even understand what you're saying. He will tell you, I'm interested. Can you just explain? You know someone that can you speak English very well and explain it more to me? He will be interested. I've spoken in English. People that does not hear Hausa, as they don't hear English at all. If you touch them, they will tell you, buy English. Buy English. Buy me, no English. No English. No English. People like me that doesn't hear Hausa very well will tell you, buy Hausa, buy Hausa. But they don't hear English. They will tell you no English. But after speaking my English to them, because the level of courage and confidence with which I use in delivering, they say they want to pay money. It's not the language. It's not the rhetorics. It's not in being eloquent. It's in the courage and then the confidence. When you can communicate that confidence and steer up people's hearts onto taking action, that's what it takes to succeed. If God gives you an opportunity today and tell you, where the church where you are attending, you have millionaires there, and tell you, can you within 1 hour share us an opportunity that can change people's lives? Can you do it? Everywhere is quiet. All of you, most of you, I know you are quiet right now in your heart. Can you do it? God bless me in this opportunity. How would God bless you? By giving you an avenue, an opportunity to share your business. You want God to send his angels to come and be sharing your business on your behalf. 2 days ago, we handled a training about God's responsibility and man's responsibility. When it comes to the equation of God's blessing and success in our lives, there are things that God expects you to do. For I am the God that giveth the power to make wealth. God is going to give you the power to fight your battles. But when it comes to getting into the field to fight the battles, you are the one to fight the battles. God said to the children of Israel, I'm giving you a lamb flowing with milk and honey. Oh, you think he will go and destroy all the enemies and transport them and bring them to the land of things with milk and honey? Sometimes he does that to show them that, oh, I'm still God. But guess what? He expects them to fight the battle. Or do you think that some battles that the children of Israel did fight, are you telling me that some of them were not killed? You are joking. Some of them died in the war front. Sometimes you get wounded in the battle. Sometimes you get wounded in the fight. Sometimes people are going to talk to you the way you don't like. Sometimes you'll be annoyed. Sometimes people will tell you no. Sometimes people will make you feel that you are actually, you've got lost. Sometimes people will talk down on you and your business. I'm telling you, but if you don't learn how to pick up your life, yourself, and keep forging ahead, you're not going to enjoy God's inheritance and God's blessings for you. God is not going to fight the battle for you. He's going to give you the power to fight the battles. I always love the story of David and Goliath. David didn't come and say, I'm coming with you in the name of the Lord Almighty. If any weapon formed or fashioned against me will not prosper, and he sits down there, Goliath would have cut off his neck. He has to use his sling and pick the stone and fire the stone. God is going to use the stone and take down the Goliath, but he has to pick the stone and the sling and do what? And the catapult and then fling it. How many are you flinging? You are not prospecting. You are not inviting. You are not talking to how do you pray? Father, empower my words today. Anyone I speak to today, they listen to me. Give me the right words to speak so that at the end of the day, people get to listen to me. People get to take action on what I'm teaching. That is the right way to pray. Not praying all those useless prayers. That's some of you, the prayer you are praying will never be answered because you are telling God to come and do what he expects you to do. You want him to come and you want somebody that never heard of AIM Global to come and tell you, I saw it in my dream about AIM Global, and God said, come and register with you. That's what some of you are expecting. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I know today I'm sounding a bit spiritual. Okay, maybe that's the direction God wants us to go today. That's not going to happen. Because in Nigeria, everything is about, oh, that's the will of God. It's a lie. Most results you have in your life, if you see the face of God, is crying. Look at this great potential. Look at the greatness I put in this human being. Look at this. And then he's saying, it's not my way that you stay like this. The Bible says, it is my will that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul what? Prospers. I wish above all things, that you prosper. Money and be in health, prosperity, even as your soul prospers. As your mentality prospers, as you grow in your mindset. Come on. Some of you, God is not happy the way you are. I love the way he puts it. Paul puts it. For I've not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. If you think you are scared, God is not the one making you scared. You are just scared because you are looking at the challenges and the troubles and what people say. God has given the spirit of what? Boldness and confidence, a sound mind, an excellent mind. I am not too smart. Who told you are not too smart? Did God create you and say you're not smart? He created you and said you have a smart mind. What do you mean? Do you know what it means to have a sound mind? You have a sound mind. How can you say you don't know what to do? You know what to do. You just don't want to do what you're expected to do. So what I'm doing this morning is to spur us into action. Tonight, we're going to be having another business meeting. 7:45 p.m. Yesterday was astronomical. Yesterday was awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. That was a build-up from day before yesterday. Today should be the best. I wish I can have another 7:45 p.m. meeting on Saturday, but I'm so engaged on Saturday and on Sunday. I'm telling you, I'm so engaged. So engaged. Because I'm not just building a team now online, I'm also building a team offline. And I also have many other businesses that I oversee. Okay, so I need to learn how to really apportion time and at the same time also give you the room to build up your prospects. Okay. Some people say, Engineer, also, why don't you allow someone else to teach for you? No. I'm taking responsibility. I'm teaching. I know very soon I'm going to be having people here having their own business presentations on their own. See tonight. Let's come to an agreement that each and every one of us must ensure that 5% attends the meeting. Look at it here. I can close on this meeting right now and you go about with your normal activities. Nothing changes. Don't come back by the end of the year, 2022, and say, hey, this business didn't work for me. Do you know I gave it 1 year of my life, it didn't work? Did you work it and it didn't work? Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. One of the greatest threats of successful people is being sincere and honest to themselves. Will you look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm following Engineer Nonso, I'm following Emilito Augusta, I'm following my mentor's instructions? Will you look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you are doing that? Don't lie to yourself. Coming to the Millionaire School is not all there is to succeeding. Doing what we are teaching you is the most important thing. When I'm done with this presentation, how many of you will ensure that 5 persons attend the business meeting tonight? No. You don't need to play around, laugh around, enjoy around, and by the end of the year, you come up and say, it didn't work for me. You didn't work it. That's why it didn't work. If there's anything I'm going to keep passing across to my team, Arudia as a family, this year is about living a life of intentionality, being intentional with your actions, because I will keep bringing it to your face and keep asking you, are you doing what we are teaching? Are you doing all that you can do to succeed? So you don't come at the end of the year and tell me, so I followed you and I didn't make it. It's a lie. You didn't follow me. Coming to Millionaire School is not a way to tell me you follow me. Following my teachings means to taking actions on what I'm teaching you. Are you increasing on your prospect list? Are you increasing on it? Are you go to church day in, day out, week in, week out? How many persons in your church have you booked down for an appointment? How many persons in your workplace have you booked down for an appointment? How many persons do you have as customers in your workplace where you are buying things and people buying from you? Have you booked down to discuss with? How many? You are still playing the blame game. Some of you here, you are 6 months in this business, 3 months, 2 months, and you are still doing only invitation. You don't want to grow. Let me tell you, you will not succeed. The only way you share your business is, will you come to the business meeting? Will you come there? If they say no, everything stands there. You cannot even move further to tell them, can you see me in my house? Can we hang out? Do something different today. Do something different today. You know why I'm talking like this and I'm sounding like this? I don't want to have anyone here that started with me in January by this 31st of January 2022 that haven't had at least not less than 2 persons joining their business. It's a slap on the grace of God upon my life. I'm sorry. I'm taking it very, very personal. It's a slap. So I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to teach you and show you how I live my life. By the time it's 9 a.m. already, I'm ending right now. I have lots and lots, tons of office work to do, tons of phone calls to make, appointments to make. I have staffs working with me. I have to supervise. I have to coordinate. I have other centers. I need to find out what's going on there. Our products and services that I'm selling. I have to check my stock room. I have to check. There is a lot I'm going to do today. And I'm still going to make our time and meditate, pray, and ask God to help me to deliver properly by 7:45. Because I know it is people's sweat and people's blood to invite people. And I don't want to take it for granted. It's a privilege for me to work with you as a team. You do the invitations. I do my own invitations. But I make sure your invitations and your labor and your effort to inviting people won't be a waste. So I must deliver value. God bless you real good for being here in the Millionaire School this morning. I challenge you to take action on what I've taught you. Kill those fears. Go for the hardest things. Don't sit down on just the elementary. Calling people, prospecting. This weekend, book appointments. Have home sale meetings. Play the recorded video with people. Close on them. Tell them to take immediate action. Let them pay right now. Follow up on people. That's what it takes to succeed. You want to earn more? do the most difficult. God bless you, real good. Love you all. I want to unmute you right now for us to declare our goal for the year, our vision for the year, which is I'm becoming a great leader that drives change. That's our vision for the year, becoming a great leader that drives change. Okay, please. I just noticed that some of you here, you are from the Alpha Lion team. I know you have your vision for the year, all right? But everybody wants to be a leader. So you can join us and say that word to yourself, saying, you're going to declare to yourselves right now, saying after me, I'm becoming a great leader that drives change. All right, please kindly unmute yourself. We're going to do that for 3 times and we close. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Are you ready for our mission statement?
Great leader.
Are you ready for our mission statement?
Yes.
All right, now you're going to repeat after me. I'm becoming a great leader that drives change. Let's go.
I'm becoming
drive change.
Come on, it's like some of you don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm becoming a great leader that drives change. Let's go.
I am becoming a great leader that drives change.
All right, we are all becoming great leaders that drive change. And don't forget that leadership starts with taking responsibility. God bless you. Let's see at 7:45 p.m. meeting, just as we did yesterday, connecting early. Let's connect early today together with our invitees. I love you all. Bye-bye.